Welcome. This is mastering customer acquisition cost for your e-commerce brands. So, customer acquisition cost, or CAC as it's more commonly known as, is basically how much does it cost for you to attain a singular customer. And obviously, you want that as low as possible, ideally zero if we're living in a perfect world, but we don't live in a perfect world. So, you actually have to buy ads in order to get people to look at your stuff. What a shame that is. So, this is how to minimize your customer acquisition cost for your e-commerce brand specifically, because that is what I know the most. So, first getting started, you want to do enhanced audience targeting. Now, what does that mean in layman terms exactly? You want to refine audience signals. So, you want to use details like where people live, what they like, and what they've looked at on your website to show ads to the right people. This is essentially just customer segmentation and figuring out what your ideal customer persona is and basically targeting people as close to that as possible. So, this means you won't waste money showing ads to people who aren't interested, because with Google ads, obviously we're catching them at the end of the sales funnel when they're looking to buy, especially with search ads and stuff like that. So the more likely they are to buy, the lower your customer acquisition cost is and the higher your ROAS will be. So next, you want to utilize customer match. So use a list of email addresses you already have to show ads directly to those people or to leave them out. So you could do something like a retargeting ad, or if you don't think the people that have like been on your website are actually likely to buy, you can leave those people out and use things like negative keywords and stuff like that, or actually just block them out completely in order to just stop unwanted traffic to your website, therefore lowering your customer acquisition cost because you're getting rid of people that wouldn't buy your product in the first place. So this can help you focus your ads better and save your money. Next thing will be creative optimization. So this is just your ad copy. So use ads that can change based on what people like to do online. This makes your ads more interesting to them. So this is dynamic creative optimization. Next will be A/B testing, which, like in everything in marketing, is what you have to do. You want to test, and test, figure out what works and figure out what doesn't. So try out different versions of your ad, like changing pictures or words to see which ones people like best. So this could be changing your landing pages, this could be changing your actual ad copy, this could be changing your campaigns, this could be changing even a headline. All these things you can test, figure out what works and what doesn't. So this helps you use the best ads that make people want to buy something, or if you're selling something from e-commerce, it'd be your product, wouldn't it? So this is just an example of A/B testing. You got option A and option B. So if you were doing this, you'd probably pick the best of both worlds. It'll be the best of option A and the best of option B, and that is essentially A/B testing. So number three will be product feed optimization. So you want to maintain high quality feeds. So what does that mean exactly? Make sure all the details about your products in your ads are correct and they sound interesting. So this goes back to copywriting, which is I did one of my previous videos, and I went into detail on how to actually create good ad copy for your Google and your YouTube ads. So if you guys want to look at that, it's probably in my channel somewhere. So have a browse, see if that helps you. So this helps your product show up better when people search for something they want to buy. Because like I said earlier, we're going to catch them at the end of the sales funnel when they actually want to buy something. So we want highly targeted ads to like lower our cost per acquisition cost, our customer acquisition cost, shall I say. So next would be seasonal adjustments. So at things like Christmas time and stuff like that, when people are more likely to buy, you might want to ramp up your ads so you get a better return on your investment, or essentially better ROI. So you want to update your ads to show things that are perfect for the current season or any special sales that you have. This catches people attention. Also, if you're doing something like 50% off sale for like Christmas or something, that creates scarcity because it won't be on forever. So people are more likely to buy when there is scarcity, because scarcity breeds urgency. So, number four is conversion rate optimization. So, what does this mean exactly? So, the first thing will be landing page optimization. You want to make sure the page people land on after they click your ad matches the ad promised. So, this page should look nice, be easy to read, and tell them clearly what to do next, like buy something, probably. And this is a good example of what I found. It says, we canned a feeling, and there's a clear CTA right at the bottom. So it's essentially saying shop all of our products. Pretty simple, isn't it? It's guiding you right towards shop their products. So another thing you want to do is speed and mobile optimization. So you want to make sure your website and its pages load quickly and look good on phones, since many people use their phones to browse and shop, especially if you're doing something like maybe not Google ads specifically, but sometimes things like TikTok ads and what is it, like Pinterest ads. If you're doing like furnitures and stuff like that, people a lot of the times are coming from their phones, and they're like 70%, 80% of your traffic is going to come from mobile. So you do want to make sure it's optimized for mobile. Number 5 would be budget management. So you want to use smart bidding allocation when you can, or if you're not comfortable with manual bidding allocation, then smart bidding is very good. Google's machine learning is getting much better for Google Ads every single day, and it's becoming a better and better option for even experienced marketers who just want to use the best machine learning out there for Google Ads. So you want to put more money into ads that are working well and less into those that aren't. So this is just essentially, in a nutshell, what optimization is. You want to find out what works, what doesn't, put money into what does work, and take money out of what doesn't. So this makes sure you're spending money in the best way, which is what we want. And this lowers your customer acquisition cost, because you're not spending money on things that just waste budget, or things that get you a lot of impressions, but maybe a very low click-through rate and very little conversions. So you want to put money into what works and take money out of what doesn't, and you want to know what you're optimizing for specifically. And if you're doing e-commerce, it would be conversions, and conversions in this case is people buying your products. So your cost per acquisition targeting. Decide how much you're willing to spend to get one person to buy something, then set your ad spending to stick to that limit. It's simple as that. Number 6, you can use technology and tools like automated bidding, like I said earlier. So you want to let Google help you decide how much to spend on each ad click, so you're more likely to get sales without spending too much. But the thing is, if you set a monthly budget for Google, it can and it will sometimes go over daily budget if it feels necessary, because it essentially will dollar cost average over the month to set you at your budget. But on a daily basis, and especially if you're like a small e-commerce brand and you're looking at like daily budget spending, then it can go over, and you should watch out for that. But usually it's pretty good. So it is a good choice. The next thing will be analytics and reporting. You want to use tools like Google Analytics to check how well your ads are doing. Look for patterns that tell you what's working and what's not, so you can make smart changes. Like I said, that is just essentially optimization in a nutshell. So number 7 would be focus on retention. You want to do things like loyalty programs. You want to start a club or like a special program for customers who come back. This can make them want to shop more from you. So it's essentially LTV, lifetime customer value. So essentially, you want repeat customers over and over and over again, because this changes your cost customer acquisition cost, because you're getting repeat customers over and over and over again for the money it would cost you to get one, because it only costs you like one pay per click. It only costs you one PPC to get them in the first place. And if they just keep buying from you, then you just keep expanding on that. So next would be engagement campaigns. You want to keep in touch with customers through emails or special ads that remind them to visit your store again. You could create something like an email list and retargeting ads and stuff like that. So if you have an email list and you're bringing out new products, then you could just email it to your email list of people who have already bought your products, and they're going to be the most likely to buy again because they bought previously. This helps you keep them interested and buying more, which is what you want, because that minimizes your customer acquisition cost, because it's literally the only cost of one ad to get them in the first place. And if they're repeat customers, then you just keep compounding on that. So I hope that helped you guys out in mastering your customer acquisition cost for your Google ads. If you guys do need help with your Google ads, I do run an agency, link in the description. And if you guys don't do that, then take care. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.